And we are live on the Independent Broadcast Network, and it is time once again for the LHL on DGL on IBN. I'm Winners with the One. I'm here with Aila, and we're here to bring you all the action tonight as we have, well, tonight I think it's 5 big teams and 3 big games, as there's been a reschedule, and so we'll get a double shot of Toronto, and we will get to look at the number 1 team in the league right now, Calgary, who is very much sitting atop the standings currently as we head into the 3rd week here in the LHL of season 15. But we should have some good action for you. Certainly these first 2 weeks have been a pleasure to watch, and I'm sure it will be no different this evening as we await the arrival of the teams to come in and play, and we got a little bit of a chance to talk about things here, so we will. As don't forget to, I guess the best way to find out all the latest on us is all the social media crap at the bottom of the screen, the YouTube, which we will well, that's the Digital Gaming League YouTube. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, I need to change that, don't I? The Digital Gaming League is on hiatus right now, as they're waiting for the next Insurgency game, is what they said. But I see them sneaking in. I see Link and the crew sneaking in and doing casts and stuff. So they're not entirely dead just yet. They're just taking long naps. But yeah, IBN Casting on YouTube. You can follow us there, and we'll have all these games up as we do in playlists. So if you want to relive season 14, you can certainly do that and see what we've got so far in the season 15, which is still very much in contention. Although, yeah, Calgary is at the top of the league. Nobody has been mathematically eliminated yet. Plenty of time for changes to be made, teams to make a surge at some point, teams to make trades. We see that happen a lot, and sometimes we see some big results from that, and so this season might be similar in that respect. Although Calgary, what a team they've put together again, as they pretty much rolled through this last season. The question will be, can they keep that momentum up? And Toronto is, I believe, either in 2nd or 3rd. It's pretty close in the middle. And so tonight is a good opportunity for them to gain some ground with 2 games, one against Calgary, which will be the 3rd game, final game tonight. And we'll see them here shortly as they're involved in this first game as well. In fact, we'll go to the schedule here and see what we're actually looking at. They'll be playing Washington to start things off, and followed by Atlanta taking on Chicago, and then yes, it will be Calgary taking the stage to face Toronto for their 2nd game of the night, Calgary's 1st game of the night, and our 3rd game of the night. So yeah, that's a solid lineup, and you will see so many great players on all these teams. And right now, like I say, it's anybody's league, and right now is a good time to start making moves, if indeed you're going to start making those moves. And we will see who the teams are that step it up. This is going to be a lot of fun, as it always is on Thursday nights here. We're here every Thursday at the same time, 7:30 Eastern. And they're saying self-plug might be in the goal tonight. We'll see. Is that allowed? Is he on the team? I don't know if you can't poach people from other teams. I know that they've got a that is in the rules. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if he's on your team, yeah, then there's no reason why you can't place somebody at a different position. And self-plug, of course, being a very solid player between the pipes back there. So they're asking me what color. Hell, either red or blue, man. Narrow it down to those two. Be what I would suggest. I don't have the fancy jersey changes and all that stuff. We do it the old-fashioned way here, the old country way, like the Iron Sheik. And so there's 3 minutes left in the warm-up, and they're waiting on players to join. I am counting 4 for Toronto, maybe. Oh, self-plug's here. And Washington has their players out there. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I see wearing the WSH tag. So we'll see what Gabe and the crew have for us tonight for Washington. Gabe always puts together an interesting team. They're always fun to watch. So we'll see who they put out there tonight, as our lineups are now on the board. For Toronto, they will be in red, as it turns out. Goose, MacPlug, Lucic, BGP, and Kill Pessel. And for Washington, in blue, Dick Doug, I'm Not Stamkos, Louis Friend, Gabe, and Loriax. So, should be a barn burner to start things off here. And the face-off is to begin very shortly. In fact, right now, as this game is underway, and so is our coverage of the LHL Season 15 Week 3 here on the Independent Broadcast Network, and already with a chance to wrap around. And that is Kill Pessel there, and he lays one beautifully in front as Louis Friend is there. Or no, Louis Friend is in the net for Washington. So he is guarding it closely, but on the other side, a chance, and what a save! As MacPlug gets it done on a point-blank stop, and now heading in the other direction, Kill Pessel once again. You're going to hear his name called a lot, and the shot goes off the post. So a couple of good opportunities already here early on. Louis Friend will get a touch on the puck. They get it back. Chip shot coming through. Louis Friend will send it back to the blue line. And, the long shot coming in will sail just wide. So Stamkos working it around to Gabe, and they will begin the play from their own end. A very up-tempo game so far here in the first minute and a half or so, as both teams exploring the offensive side, and a shot coming in long distance. Louis Friend finds it as it starts to hit the ground, or the ice, if you will. Kill Pessel will get to this first and keep it going towards the net. Chased in the other way, shot. Well, it's on goal. And Lucic will follow it in with the backhand. And our first goal of the game will go to Toronto. They will take a 1-0 lead. Long shot off the face-off. Louis Friend, again, is there. But facing a couple of guys in front waiting for this. Another shot will go just wide to the left as Dick Doug, back in business, he and Dial will start to work this down. And it will be going to Lucic yet again, as he fights his way through a couple of defenders, gets it at least to the blue line, gains the offensive end, and will collide back there in the back. They will wrestle for this puck. Jarred loose. We'll chase it, but it is cleared away. And Mac Plug will be there to send it back out. So a wild early first period. Toronto with the early lead. They will try to add to it now. The shovel pass forward. The drop pass back. The blocked shot coming in. Kilpessel now on the opposite side. Takes one swipe at it, then another, and in front. Almost a chance. But again, this one will be pushed out and moved over to the Toronto end. Or Washington now trying to bat it back. And a long one coming in will go slightly wide. More than slightly, actually. Didn't come near the post. But they will at least keep it in play in the offensive zone. And now again, the relentless attack, and this shot will travel high and across. But again, not over the line, nor close to. We're under a minute left in the first period. And Toronto having most of the possession time, most of the offensive pressure here. But here comes Washington. Long shot will sail over the crossbar. And they'll get it back. The double team. Swat this out to Stamkos all alone. And now Washington putting some pressure on. 20 seconds now. BG with it. Looking for Lucic. Long pass right on. Shot. And it's on the line and in. As the follow-up gets it done. BG wants the assist. I think he should get it there. As Lucic got the initial shot. And it was just still in play. Just kind of floated on the line. And he was there to slam it home for the second goal of the period. Second goal for Toronto. And they will carry a 2-0 lead into the second period. But good stuff so far. Seeing a lot of offensive action for both of these teams. Toronto in particular. But Washington showing some signs of life. And we'll see if they can increase the tempo even more here in this middle period of the game. This is Hockey Question Mark. This is a free-to-play game. This is made by Cryptic Sea. The official website is hockeyquestionmark.com. But most of the action and the banter takes place at the subreddit r/hockeyquestionmark, where a lot of this stuff is organized. And organized very well. A group of dedicated folks that run the board of commissioners kind of keep things going. Oh, and Kilpessel with a ridiculous wraparound from a very tough angle. BG will officially get the credit for the assist on that. And Toronto increases its lead 3-0 now. My goodness.
This is fun to watch.
This has been a really fun game to watch. And although the scoring has mostly been in Toronto's favor, in fact, entirely been in Toronto's favor, we're seeing some pressure from Washington, but it is hard to get the puck away from Toronto. They have just really been controlling the puck well as a team and just finding those open men in just places all alone like that. Where they're just kind of all by themselves on the opposite side, and those passes are getting through. And that is making the difference so far in our first game this evening. Remember, we'll see this Toronto team a second time in our third game tonight as a rescheduled game versus Calgary. There was one that was canceled tonight. We won't see Philadelphia tonight. They did win a dramatic overtime game against this Washington team on Tuesday. You can tell it was dramatic because it was an overtime game. And so now Stamkos will try to get that long pass off to Dial, but instead this goes back on net. Louis Friend will make the save. And now a long distance crawler. He will handle that with aplomb. And now BG will dump it back in. And now I'm not Stamkos. He's got Gabe and Dial on a breakout now. Beautiful pass in, and the shot just off the post as Gabe had him lined up there. It was very un-Gabe-like. Usually he buries those. But yeah, fortune has not been in Washington's favor so far this evening, but as we've seen, anything can happen in the LHL. And we have plenty of time left on the clock for it to happen. And now Stamkos will chase this down and carry it behind Louis Friend. He's got options here. Dick Doug will let this head forward, but instead it is slapped back through as Toronto will again go on the attack, looking for the one-timer in front, just behind him. Follow up from the blue line, blocked as Stamkos came across to make a big defensive play there. And this period has gone by very quickly. So we're already down to the 1 minute mark of the second. And now a long shot will not find its mark. As again, like Louis Friend got that one. He's been good. It's just that this Toronto team is finding lots of space to do what they want to do. And they're very opportunistic on the follow-ups. We always say, shoot the puck, crash the net. Oh, that is very nice by Mac Plug. And again, so we'll keep this one out of danger. 18 seconds now, and the pressure has not let up. Now Washington trying to get something going on offense again, and this one will go outside of the net and back to center ice to end the second period. So yeah, it's looking more close as far as what is happening on the ice, but the scoreboard still, the scale is tipped on the Toronto side right now with a 3-0 lead as we begin this third period. The final regulation period of this game. Hockey is played with 3 periods. If neither of these teams has a lead at the end of those 3 periods, then we'll play overtime periods until somebody scores and breaks that differential. But right now, with Toronto, the way they have played the possession game so far, one would expect them to just kind of play keep away a bit and rely on that passing game, but they've got guys like Gabe and Dial out there. It's going to be hard to just sit back and lay in the cut on this. They're going to have to keep putting pressure on, or Washington will just start barraging them. And now that begins as this shot goes wide. A follow-up well over the net. But they are coming back to hold this in. Kilpessel weaves his way through traffic, though, and he's got some room. He shoots and scores right in front of the net. Lucic on the assist. But that was just a beautiful individual effort by Kilpessel. He split the seam offensively, and now another chance. The shot to save Louis Friend. So he knocks that down. So it was coming with no small amount of velocity. Now Washington back on the other side. Oh, the hammer shot will bounce away freely. And Lewis Friend will stay at home and let Stamkos handle this. Dick Dug now, the veteran. He will slide this through. Oh, and talk about a nice pass there and a nice shot and score by Dial. The Dick Dug Dial combination. And that's a little bit more like what you would expect to see from this Washington team. And they get it going. Is it going to be too late? There's 3 minutes left here in the third. But they at least get it on the board. And now looking for another. Oh, nice stick work there. As Stamkos on the feed from Gabe. He switches from one hand to the other and bangs it through. And so now the momentum may be shifting in Washington's favor. Here's BG with the long shot, bouncing. Lewis Friend save. And again, Gabe! On the pass from Dial, and just a quick turnaround on that. And a quick turnaround in this game, 4-3. Washington has pulled it to within one with plenty of time left on the clock. Could they shock the world here in our first game tonight on the LHL Week 3? And they do have the puck again. We'll try to push this forward. And it will be Goose. Who is... usually we see Goose in the net for this team, but yeah. Mac Plug in the net instead, and Goose out there as a skater. But here's Toronto, and they will try to finish this off, but no! It is cleared away, and this could open up a good chance here, and Dial will get his second. Stamkos on the assist. And what a dramatic turn of events we are seeing in this game. They were down 3-0, 4-1, and now it's tied with about a minute left to play. So, will we need extra time to settle this, or is somebody going to get the go-ahead goal here in the last minute? Toronto will try to do so now. Kilpessel laying it in front, blocked. The follow-up shot off the side of the post. He will chase after this, but instead it will be Washington. This pass broken up in the neutral zone. And now here is Dick Dug carrying it down the shot. Oh, very close. But it will sail past the crossbar. And time keeps ticking. Again, Dick Dug will just try to bat this over to Gabe. It will go back the other way. Here comes Lucic. Lewis Friend coming out of the net. Stamkos covering him. And everybody's switching around a bit here with 20 seconds left. The moves to get it in. 15 seconds. And now Toronto. Here's Lucic. He's just going to shield the puck and play this safe and just go for a last-minute long shot, which will, again, not be enough. We are going to overtime in a wild game here between Toronto and Washington. Just a tremendous comeback from this Washington team to get it to this point. Can they finish the job, or can Toronto regain the mojo that they're showing here early on? That is what we watch these things for, right? Is to see how they turn out. So Kilpessel now. This is broken up by Stamkos. Now Dick Dug will just try to lay this one in forward. And they are just trying to keep it out of the Washington players' hands as they started swarming in there all of a sudden. And here is Gabe. We'll see where he takes this. He's got Dial moving ahead. This will get a little bit past him, but they do hold it in on the other side. Dick Doug is there. And now the dish across over to Lucic. He's being shadowed very closely by Stamkos here, who will steal the puck. And again, Dick Doug immediately looking for Dial skating ahead. McPlug will dump it in the opposite direction. Next goal wins it. In this contest we are seeing right now. Oh, that one knocked down by his own player. McPlug had to make a stop. And does a crucial stop. That would have been a heartbreaking way to lose this game on essentially an own goal. Now a hard lick to dump it in, almost goes on net. So he'll sail this around, and it is Gabe. He will carom one off the boards, and it is Lucic. He just tries to push this one ahead. And the shot coming in, knocked down McPlug. Big save. So this may give him a little bit of room to work here. Maybe gets a little behind him. The race for it. Kilpessel coming in. Nice move to get around. Oh, he just ran out of room as the shot going wide, but he comes back around, circling like a shark, shooting, scoring, the hat trick for Kilpessel, and the victory in an exciting game. 5-4. Toronto had to fight for that one after an early strong lead, and that was a hell of a game. Both these teams looking very good. Washington desperate for a win, and they fought it all the way to overtime, but Toronto coming away with the win. And we will see them again the game after this, as they will have to go up against Calgary. We'll see how they fare against them. But what an impressive comeback by this Washington team. And like we said, it's very early in the season. Oh, thanks, Kiwi. Shout outs to Aila. It's always fun to see. You can follow Aila at IBN Aila on Twitter. I think she has close to 150 followers now, so you can become one of them. All that stuff is at the bottom of the screen. Oh, always fun, always fun. So our second game is imminent as we kind of catch our breath from the game that we just saw. Very, very fun to watch. Hope you're having fun watching wherever you're at. The hundreds of people watching right now on Twitch TV and the thousands who will watch this later on YouTube. And, historical documents. If you're watching this 10 years from now, shout outs to you. If you're in the voluminous comments, oh, Fat Squirrel is one of the hundreds. We see you, fam. Yeah, in the YouTube comments, yeah, anybody watching this in 2027? When these guys are retired and they're showing their kids, you know, the glory days. Yeah, this is how your dad met your mom, you know. Showed her this, and you know, it's a panty dropper. these LHL stars, seeing what they're able to do. Okay, so Chicago, it is Riven X. They are in blue. Kiwi, the number one Aila fan. That's debatable. There's competition for that. There also we have Juice and Crab in a Tree. And for Atlanta, in red, Parabola, Drag, Nargila, Marchi, and Beaujarzine, the Canadian superstar. Yeah, we won't delete these. If YouTube flags them for inappropriate content, they might get taken down. But otherwise, no, these are here for life, or at least for the life of YouTube, and or the internet, and or Western civilization. So we're underway. Chicago will be in blue, and they are attacking. At least briefly, this one traveling back to the neutral zone, but the shot coming in, and a save by Nargila. He had to make a jump stop on that. It's tough to judge the angle on the bouncing puck. And remember, these goalies don't have a lot to work with. This isn't the version with body collision, so they just have the blade of the stick to make stops. Here's a chance coming across. In fact, talking to Alex and Luke from Cryptic Sea, they said that was one of the most astonishing developments to them from the competitive scene, is that they just never expected the goalie game to be so strong, so on point. It never occurred to them that people would be playing it at this level. So they are accounting for that in the 62 version. Of course, having the full body collision in that really helps. And the fact that you can kind of butterfly with the crouch command. You can't crouch in this one. But they are working on it. Or they were the last time I talked to them, a few weeks back. The shot coming in, and again, there is Nargila using that blade and using it well to make yet another stop, and now they will try to move this forward. Atlanta is on offense now, but now it will be traveling back just that quickly as Marchi now bounces one around the corners over to Drag. He will turn the blade and get it to Parabola. Now Marchi, the shot, the save, as Kiwi is there. And what up, Timmy? Thank you for joining us. Now the wraparound is thwarted as the Canadian superstar Beaujarzine will move this puck to the opposite side of the rink. And Atlanta trying to mount their attack here. Turns, fires. It will go wide. But they're at least getting some looks at the net. Now Riven X will send it the other way for Chicago on the dump and chase. Parabola now. Not casting, but playing. And he has been good this season. We've seen him make some very nice goals here on Thursday nights. And he's definitely doing well for this team. Can he get it going for him tonight? Still no score as we drift slowly towards the 1 minute mark of this period. Both teams have had opportunities. Nothing has landed. And again, both these goalies have had to stand up and make stops. And I suspect that will continue for the rest of this contest. Now a battle along the boards as they'll just try to lift a wrister from one end to now another. Here's Marchi, will take a shot and rejected as it sails in front. But they've still got control of this puck, somehow moving it through traffic. Riven X now will get it back and just bumping each other off the puck. The shot, oh, what a save by Kiwi as he hammers that one loose. And it will be Beaujarzine with the puck here at center ice. He will just immediately push it forward. Kiwi has to make a jump save there. This shot will go just wide. 30 seconds now. And still no score, but not for lack of trying. Both teams pretty focused on offense. They're just running into some good goaltending and some helpful defense in front. This one chopped down, headed towards the net. Kiwi will come out with it. And this period will draw to a close on that shot there. And good period indeed. Okay, Daniel. All right. We'll call you Daniel. Everybody has their different aliases, right? You know, your Twitch alias and your in-game alias. It's like Cool Keith, you know, you gotta have about 50 different names for yourself. That's just how we roll in the modern era. So the second period, and it is still a wide open game here. But that could be said for any of the... Oh, the tip here with a chance. But now Juice will take hold of the puck, cross it across the blue line and across the ice on a pass to Crab in a Tree. Quickly knocked out of the air. Atlanta defense looking good, as they are just blocking every shot and pass that's coming in. You see them kind of congregating right around the slot there in between the face-off circles, and it is working very well for them. And now Marchie with the puck, as they gather their resources back in the back and set up with Drag sailing this one across to Marchie. A shot on a chance in front. Drag will finish it up. And our first goal of the game, Atlanta, is now on the board. And a chance on the other side. Crab in a Tree responds within seconds. Juice on the assist, and we're tied at 1, and so we're back to square one with that 1-1, as both teams with quick strikes here to keep things tied up. Maybe not for long. Chance here. Drag switches to the opposite hand, goes to the backhander, gets his second of the game. Parabola on the assist, and 2-1 is your score. Oh, is the audio delayed? It may be just because I'm calling things too late. I don't know. It's hard to tell. And of course there is a slight delay because we don't want people stream sniping, I guess. Oh, does anybody care about that in hockey? I don't know. Oh, the chance here, Parabola. And very close, very close. Yeah, it's not like PUBG where I think they were banning people for stream sniping some of the more popular streamers who are streaming that. So then you go on their stream, you watch, you see where they're at. Oh, he's in that building over there. Okay, I'm going to go kill him now. I don't know if it matters too much in the confines of the rink here in the LHL. Oh, and just set up in front, but not able to pop that home. Surprise appearance by Meat is greeted with with derision. People are taking this very seriously now. It's almost like the Russians. You know, there is a rule for the LHL. If you're not playing and or streaming, you know, they're trying to control the lag as much as they can. In fact, we're seeing some lag here. You're probably seeing it on the stream as well. And these guys are probably fighting through it their own selves. I don't know. It's one of those things that, I don't know, it kind of comes and goes. And it's very mysterious. It's something that, of course, we run the Royale with Cheese servers, the 55 and 62 servers for Hockey Question Mark. And it's one of those things where just at certain times of day or certain times during a game, it might happen, and we're not really sure why. We've tested everything. The game doesn't have any sort of set up for lag comp or interpolation or anything like that, so we're kind of hindered by the way the internet works. Oh, beautiful pass in front end, top shelf where Mama keeps the cookies. It is crabbing a tree on the pass from Juice. They just kind of left him out there by his lonesome, and he had time to put that where he wanted it, and where he wanted it was in the net. So we are tied at 2 as the second period will come to an end. Yes, looking like they were trying to get another one in before time ran out. We'll have to wait till the third period to see how this one plays out. So, yeah, so very good period. We're seeing some good hockey tonight. Both these games have been very high quality. So, I don't know. I look at the standings, and that makes me look like a dumbass for saying, oh, yeah, well, this looks like, there's a lot of parity in the league, when you see some of the differences. And, oh, how did that not go in? And Kiwi is getting the rub of the post and making the follow-up save. And now Chicago will get a chance to move this forward. And Crabbing a Tree will finish it off. 3 for Crab, 3 assists for Juice. They have been a strong scoring combination, and they take the lead on that one. 3-2 is your score. Chicago over Atlanta. But as we saw, things can change very quickly, and we do have a lot of hockey left to play. But yeah, I was talking about parity, and then we're starting to see things kind of spread out. But again, we are in week 3, so there's lots of time in the season. And if all these teams keep playing at the level that they're playing, things might even out somewhat by the time we start getting into the playoff run. Here's one, a low floater that is handled by Nargila. And now Kiwi will do some handling here on the opposite end. As the Atlanta attack starts to encroach into the zone, they'll start pushing this other way. Now Parabola working along the boards. He will bounce this through. First on the scene is Marchie, and that is quickly knocked away. And we'll see Nargila with it. He'll send this on net. And Kiwi standing his ground to make the save. And now a nice opportunity here, and Crabbing a Tree will peg that far corner. And oh man, now we're seeing some huge lag. Huge. But it is 4-2. This is the biggest lead of the game for either one of these teams. It's the biggest lead of the game in general. But yeah, close games tonight. Now I think things are going to get very interesting as the weeks go on in this season 15. So, even when these teams are, losing these games, they're keeping it very close, and it's just a matter of inches a lot of the time on who prevails and who does not. But right now, Chicago looking pretty good with that 2-goal lead with 2 minutes left, and they are just going to try to keep it out of the clutches of Atlanta. But easier said than done. Now Drag trying to go for the puck. Parabola will follow Crab in a tree. Pass gets to Juice, and he has got waiting for it. And now Atlanta has to start getting things done quickly. The Canadian superstar Beaujardin makes the shot. The save is made. It looks like we lost Crab. So they may have an odd man break here as he looks like he comes back in. Or somebody comes in, or people are coming in, and I don't know. I'm seeing guys dropping in at center ice. But we're under a minute left to play. And Chicago will just keep dumping this. So Atlanta has to go back and grab the puck. It is Beaujardin. He will send it to Drag. Circles, fires it in. As Marchie is there. The shot! Just wide. Yes, why am I here? Why is anybody here, man? It was a very existential question to ask. You know, what is the purpose of what we do? That's deep as fuck, dog. I think about that kind of shit all the time, man. So I feel you on that. Okay, but it is going to be a victory for Chicago, and a hard-fought one, as they take the W over Atlanta in another great game. As we contemplate the meaning of fucking life at the close of it. So now we have one more to bring you. As we said, it was, I believe, supposed to be Calgary and Philadelphia. But that game rescheduled, so we are playing another rescheduled game. And so we'll still see Calgary, but they will be playing Toronto in our final game of the evening. You guys are just rescheduling your games so you can put them on Thursday so I can cast them, right? I love that. I appreciate it. In fact, usually I'm not around on Sundays like at all, but lately I have been, so I may try to sneak in and do some games on Sunday if somebody is needed to do that. So I don't know if anybody's really doing much casting right now in the LHL. Mostly it's some of the volunteers from the community, heroes, all of them, who've come in and just set up a stream so that the games are at least streamed. But as far as play-by-play, I don't know if they've had people able to do that every week. And I may not be able to do every Sunday, but well, we'll holler at BG
In the
and
words
see.
of the poet Kanye, history in the making, man.
Yes. History in the making, Aila, yes. Every Thursday, definitely, history is being made. Certainly history has been made tonight. And history made on Sundays and Tuesdays, too. But maybe we'll be around to help with some of the coverage on some of these other evenings. It's hard to make 3 nights a week, but I could swing a couple, at least here and there. So I believe we were waiting on them to reset, and they do. And so we will give you Toronto's lineup. They will be in red. They are NHL Killa, Goose, BGP, Kilpessel, and Lucic once again. And for Calgary, they are going to be bringing Omaha, Trev Crow, Meat, Guy, and probably KS Auto. Yes, KS Auto. It's a big asset to the team, KS Auto. If he's not playing, that could change things. So he has certainly been a game changer in most of the games that we have witnessed him in this season, in last season, pretty much in any season that KS Auto is playing in. One of the best in the league. Consistently. And one of those guys that's been playing a long time, too. So, you got to give credit to some of these veterans. They've been around. They've put hours and hours and weeks into playing this game and getting good at it. So I assure you, it is not as easy a game as it looks. It looks pretty smooth up here in the booth, doesn't it? Apart from the latency issues. I mean, everybody looks like a real hockey team that knows what they're doing, right? But I mean, it takes a lot to do that. They're playing this in the first person with controls that were not really set up with a professional quality league like the LHL in mind. And so what they're doing is just nothing short of phenomenal. And but not just the veterans. Some of these guys have comparatively less time in the game. They're fairly new. Oh, what a save! As Mead is there. Yeah, they've come along in the past few seasons and really made some great contributions to their teams and to the leagues. So we're always happy to see that. And the recent recruitment drive, I believe, was quite a success. So RSL, JSL has quite a few heroic players playing as well. So the future of the game looks very solid in North America right about now. Oh, and a heavy-handed shot coming through, up and spinning. And Meat just kind of holds his place and makes the stop. Now this one rattling off above the glass. Again, thanks to BG for putting together these new textures for us here. I do like the background behind the glass. It does indeed make things much easier to see. Just the textures look cool. The rink texture looks neat. And so shout out to BG for all the stuff he does behind the scenes, as well as putting together the video package that you're seeing here in glorious better than TV resolution. Now the shot will just sail over the net. And KS Auto, we talked about him. You're going to want to keep your eyes on him, and Toronto is certainly keeping their eyes on him. And now Guy will take this down low. And puck squirts away. And now regained by Toronto. Lucic moving it ahead. He was looking for NHL kill. I don't know if he was anticipating that pass. Skates across. He will come back and grab this, though, and dump it in. And Meat will leave the crease to play it. And KS Auto, this one will drift away past the blue line and over. Now Kill Pessel. They are watching him very closely, too. And he had a strong game in our first game of the night. He'll be looking to have another strong game here. And now we're looking for it. Got to bend down to see it. Oh, he had a player in front waiting. But a nice defensive stop will keep that from happening. Now Kill Pessel moves, plays the body, not the puck, but then gets it back. I think that was his plan all along. And they will hold it in, and somehow Meat poke checks it away. So he had to reach a little bit for that, but he got it. Now this shot will go over the net. And this shot just wide. But they are starting to add a little bit of pressure as Omaha taking it at the blue line. It bounces over the stick. And an airborne puck will settle down. but not for long. Here they come again, but time runs out on them. And a 0-0 first period. Still very exciting, although no score. Lots of shots on goal, lots of chances. And just one place that we've really seen improvement is just the shot and pass blocking overall. But KS Auto, 9 seconds into the second period, decides it's time to start scoring goals. Guy on the assist, and 1-0. Calgary will take the lead. Here is Guy, and he sees them coming and just goes ahead and dumps this into the attack zone. And looking for Lucic and Kilpessel, both streaking into the Calgary zone, and again, that one bounced off the inside of the post, but does not go. Now a chance to move it the other direction. The shot, Omaha, on the backhand. We'll find that top corner. KS Auto will get the assist on that, and 2-0 Calgary, with 4 minutes left in the second period. So yeah, things are pretty choppy tonight. And like we said, it's a mysterious damn thing. We've tried all sorts of stuff, and it just seems to be, you can chalk it up to the nebulous unknowables of how the internet works in general. You know, the internet was made to survive nuclear war. That's is meant to route around cities in case they're completely destroyed. Oh, talking about completely destroyed. What a save there by Goose. And now an open net, looking at it, Kilpessel. Oh, Meat came out and challenged him hard. Very aggressive. But the momentum of that shot just carried it through. They'll pull one back here. Toronto gets one on the board. They are now within one as we near the halfway point of regulation time. So they're going to keep it close against this Calgary team. And we have seen Calgary just knock the slobber out of some of these teams, and just get forfeit wins based on the 6-goal differential. But Toronto, they are going to try to match them step for step. This shot had a chance. It will go just wide. And now BG racing to this one to get it back in the zone. Here is Lucic. We'll move up. NHL Killa now swatting this to the opposite side, give his team a chance to regroup. But it will bounce back into the other end. Now here comes Toronto. Lucic has control of the puck. He's got Kilpessel moving into. He'll take the shot himself, and Meat with the save. Just a ridiculous save. Again. And both these goalies have looked really good. I can say that any game I'm covering. I can say, well, both these goalies are really, really good. So if you're at the LHL level, if you're one of these 6 goalies in a starting position for one of these teams, you're by definition a good goalie. But these guys, they show it and prove it every week, and 3 times a week. And so just the consistency level is just marvelous. Just marvelous. And turning, firing, almost there. but not quite. And now Calgary, KS Auto just slows it down. They're triple team him. So he was looking for an outlet pass. Just not much room to work even for KS Auto, as they were stifling things with their positional play. 17 seconds now. The shot coming in. Turned aside Goose. As we near the end of the second, here is BG. He will get this out of danger to take us into the third. A good game here. And Toronto getting that goal to make it 2-1. And so it sets up a very interesting third period. As we often say, the third period, quite often the most important period of a hockey game. I think that is going to be the case here as well. KS Auto now. The tip pass is looking for Guy. It's moving in. BG take his time. The long pass to LHL Killa. He's got Kill Pessel coming over the line. Oh, what a move to get open for that shot. But just shy of the net. So they will reload here in their own zone. And that's hit it on net. Meat with the save. And sometimes those are very deceptive shots. You see many times, even as good as these goalies are, sometimes that takes a tough bounce. And it's very difficult to gauge, especially when you've got a lot of bodies in front of you. He was screened off there, but able to see it. Oh, and the chance there, Lucic. Not quite, but he's circling in here. Oh, and deflected as Meat comes out on the stop. Now they'll try to move it in the opposite direction, but Toronto will get it back again. As he's still got Lucic waiting down there. It'll be Trevcrow now handling the puck. We'll try to get this off the boards and try to catch KS Auto running loose, but it will go over here to Kill Pessel. And he tries to find Lucic. But again, it will be Meat. And he gets the long pass going. Guy tries to readjust. He does get one in front, but KS Auto, again, they are guarding him very closely. They know what to do. And they are doing it so far, and they're keeping this game a competitive one. As we're about halfway through the third period. But Calgary still with the puck. As here comes Trevcrow. Told this back in, rejected as it looked like Goose got the high stick on it. And still a chance. The shot, the save! And again, talk about being screened off. That was another one. Where I had to look very closely to see where it was going to go. Now here's KS Auto looking for the wraparound. He sees him and stops him. And so here comes Toronto. They have got numbers, but this one whacked away and still going. It goes right back to him and still up and bouncing. Nobody really able to get a handle on a very lively puck. As NHL Killa takes it off the stick of KS Auto. And now Lucic trying to weave through a double team. They will get it away from him. At least briefly. And this is just a pitched battle here in the neutral zone. Trevcrow now. And Guy coming out to assist. The shot well over the net. But they are generating pressure. Lucic, then we were talking about those shot blocks. There's another one. But yeah, that is something that is really one aspect of the game, along with goaltending, that has really changed the meta game. Shot save, meet, turned aside. And everybody just playing very tight defense. Both these teams just not giving much room to breathe. Oh, and this one's sailing just slightly in front of the line. Nobody there to take it home. So 20 seconds now. Goose will play this in quickly as they run out of time here. 13 seconds. And Goose will have to go all the way back to play this. 7 seconds. They may have time for one more attempt. And here it is. They're looking for a rebound attempt in front. NHL Killer was there. But instead, Calgary will hang on for the victory. So, we'll put another one in the books for Calgary as they extend their first place lead. Toronto is just hoping to gain some ground. And thank you, Sully. You're awesome. All these guys are awesome. We love this community. We appreciate you guys so much. And Slim, you too, man. It's been a fun league to cover. It's a good group of guys, and we love being part of it. And we're here every Thursday to be part of it, and maybe some other nights too. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm just happy to be here on Thursdays to bring this to you here on the Independent Broadcast Network. I'm Winners with the One, and we have had a great time tonight in particular. So we've really seen some great games and some great plays. You know, check out the LHL plays of the week. They've got that on r/hockey ? And I suspect that some of the things that you've seen tonight will be part of the voting that you can vote on for the plays of the week. There's certainly some plays of the week worthy moments in all three games this evening. And we expect it'll be the same every Thursday. We'll definitely be here next Thursday with more at the same time on this same channel. Hope you follow the channel on Twitch. Follow the YouTube at IBN Casting. Follow me at Winners with the One on Twitter. Follow IBN Aila on Twitter and IBN Casting on Twitter as well. And we don't have a Snapchat or any of that stuff. I guess we should make this part of our Snapchat story, or however the fuck that shit works. I don't know, man. Social media, what a thing. But from all of us at the Independent Broadcast Network. Oh yeah, and you can donate to us on Patreon too. We appreciate every bit of that. It all goes into the continued production, the high quality production that you see here, and the ramen noodles and grape soda that fuel the existence of your caster here. And so we thank everybody that helps us with that. And even if you don't contribute financially, or there's always ways that you can help just by following, just by watching this stuff. We appreciate you watching this stuff. You could be watching anything. You could be watching, I don't know, one of these guys playing PUBG and just, oh yeah, so-and-so, thank you for the follow, you know, and ding, 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 and there's some bullshit noise that comes up, you know, their thing with the biggest D or whatever at the top that, you know, it's supposed to be a metaphor for your penis, but it's basically just how much money you've given them. But you didn't. You came here and you watched this, so just that alone makes you Pritz or Princess among men and women, or whatever gender you choose to be, or however you choose to live your life. We appreciate your support. Wherever you're at, around the world, or just, or whatever world you're from. So from all of us at the Independent, I'm going to stop there, man. a little giddy. We've seen some fun action tonight, and this is just week 3, fam. I mean, we're just now getting into this. So week 4 and forward should be just as fun. We hope that you will join us for those. And from myself, Winners with the One, and from Aila, and from all our friends of the Independent Broadcast Network, at the Independent Broadcast Network, near the Independent Broadcast Network, we thank you, and we will see you next time. Good night.
And you as well.